Don't buy any new iPads right now. Let me explain you why. So, according to Mark Gurman, we are getting new iPad Pros and iPad Airs in the next couple of weeks. So, right now, you should not be getting any new iPads. No iPad Airs, no iPad Pros. These devices are getting updated, and so the newer models are getting cheaper, and of course, the most expensive models are getting way better. So, yeah, do not buy any new iPad Pro right now in 2024. It's a waste of money. Wait and see what Apple does for the newer generations, and if it actually justifies it, pay the extra price. Or if you simply want to buy this generation of the iPad Pro, the M2 generation, and of course the iPad Air, then wait, and these devices are getting cheaper in a couple of weeks. So right now is that part of the season of the iPad Pro and the iPad Air that you should not participate in. So save your money, wait a couple of weeks, let's see what Apple does for the iPad Pro 2024 and the iPad Air 2024. So if you are excited, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel, let's talk about iPads, shall we? This is the 2018 iPad Pro, and as you can imagine, I'm really ready to upgrade for the newer generation of the iPad Pro 2024. But I'm waiting. I'm not upgrading for the M2 generation. Although this iPad Pro is broken, completely broken, the screen is cracked from top to bottom, I'm still using it. I'm still enduring using this very bad experience of an iPad because right now the screen is kind of dying, the Apple Pencil support is kind of not there anymore, and so yeah, I'm waiting for the newer generation iPad Pro. This is a work tool. I use this for university, for my course, and I really need these. Right now, I'm waiting. I'm just trying to save money and expecting Apple to release a new iPad Pro in 2024. And Mark Gurman gave me some good news. According to Mark Gurman, the iPad Pros were delayed from April and actually March, now to April and now to May. According to Mark Gurman, we are getting these iPad Pros and iPad Airs on the second week of May. So, yes, expect new iPads on that week. Just like the M3 MacBook Air and M3 MacBook Air 15-inch, the iPad Pros and the iPad Airs with the M3 chip are getting released on a website refresh. So, no event expected for the second week of May. Be reminded that we are getting an Apple event on June 10th. So, getting an event on May 10th or May 11th or May 12th and giving another event on June 10th, it's not Apple-like. Normally, Apple does not do very consecutive events. Only on the pandemic area, it was more common, but right now in 2024, Apple normally does not do that much of event for each year. And so, making two events in less than 1 month is not very Apple-like. So, expect the devices to come out on a press release or a website refresh before WWDC. According to Mark Gurman, it's the second week of May. So, be aware. And this is why you should not buy the iPad Pro and the iPad Air right now. But what can we expect for this new generation of iPad Pros? Well, first, we should expect OLED displays for the iPad Pro. Yes, we are getting OLED displays for the iPad Pro. This is a big thing, because again, OLED displays are those things that are very rare. You only get them on the smartphones, you only get them on the smartwatches, but when you go for bigger OLED displays, well, you start to get some downsides. If you use a Samsung tablet, you already know about this. A Samsung tablet that uses OLED displays, these are less bright than mini-LED displays present on the iPad Pros. The contrast ratio is a tiny bit better, but overall the image quality is very balanced. And the iPad Pro can actually have no issues with burning out its displays. All the Samsung tablets, after a while, they do get some durability issues. But according to rumors, Apple and other screen manufacturers have developed new technologies that allow for bigger OLED displays, brighter OLED displays without sacrificing its quality, and that can compete with mini LED. If this is true, we are getting an even better OLED display for the iPad Pro, replacing the mini LED display present since the 2021 generation. So I'm super excited for this. Displays on the iPads are one of the best things that this device can serve. It's just a screen, it's an OLED display that can show you media, you can watch movies, you can watch cartoons, anime, you can do so many things. Work with your Apple Pencil, edit videos, edit photos all with your own hands, and a screen experience on the iPad Pro, it's like 95% of the experience with the device. So getting a better screen for the iPad Pro generation, well, that's just way better. And of course, according to rumors, the screen size is going to increase a tiny bit because of a bit smaller bezels. So, yeah, we're probably getting a 13-inch iPad Pro. The 13-inch is the bigger version. And then maybe 11.1, 11.2 inch version of the smaller iPad Pros. And then, of course, more than that, we are getting a bit of a redesign for the chassis. We are getting, according to rumors, a repositioning of the camera, so the webcam will be on the horizontal position. What do I mean by this? Well, simple. Do you see where the Apple Pencil is right now? On the top. The camera will be around there, just like the iPad 10th generation. Right now, it's around here, so on the vertical position. Now, it's going to be on the horizontal position. This is going to be better for screen calls and FaceTime calls. You will not be looking at the side when you are looking at the camera. This is a very well-known feature of the iPads. You know what, whenever someone is using an iPad on a FaceTime call, if they are looking to the side of the screen and they are saying they are looking at the camera, then of course they are using an iPad, because again, the iPad has the camera at its side. So if you are looking directly at the screen, you are not looking at the camera, and if you are looking at the camera, you are not looking directly into the person's eyes. So kind of weird of an effect, but Apple is probably fixing this. If they end up fixing this on the iPad Pro, then they are going to move the Apple Pencil location again. I don't know if they're going to put it on this side or on this side, but if they do end up putting the Apple Pencil on the flip side of the iPad, so again, currently charges here at the top, if they put it right there on the other side, then they are going to need to move the microphone present right here. And if they do decide to put the Apple Pencil on the top, just like there, they are going to move the speakers a tiny bit to the side maybe, and organize the Face ID sensors right there. So a lot's going to change in the next generation of iPad Pros to accommodate the Apple Pencil and the new FaceTime HD camera on the front and the Face ID system. So yes, excited for all of this. The only thing that I do not want is Apple to remove this magnetic Apple Pencil feature and just charge it via USB-C with the newer generation Apple Pencil. That's something that I do not want. Other than that, make the iPad Pro more effective, make the iPad Pro more pro, make it a better laptop replacement. Oh, and I was almost forgetting, according to rumors, the newer generation of the iPad Pros will be even thinner than this current generation, which is this thick. Oh, that's the Apple Pencil, this thick. This is my head, this is how thin the iPad Pro currently is. I think it's about 6 millimeters thin, which is just crazy, 5.9 if I think. And according to rumors, it's getting about 1 millimeter thinner, so about 4.9 millimeters, 5 millimeters thin. This is crazy. Currently, this 12.9-inch iPad Pro did have problems with bending. I could bend this iPad Pro with my own hands right now. But according to rumors, this iPad Pro being even thinner is going to create even more problems. So Apple is going to probably create a more structural, rigid hardware inside to make this not happen. I don't know. But making an even thinner iPad Pro is just getting out of hand. According to rumors, this does have a reason. We are expecting to get a new Magic Keyboard accessory for the iPad Pro. This is going to bring the iPad even closer to the Mac. So it's going to be a metal-cased keyboard and mouse experience, just like the Magic Keyboard is right now. But instead of using those very weird fabrics that get destroyed really easy, Apple's going to use aluminium and more premium materials to make this look like an even better laptop replacement. Better keyboard, bigger trackpads. I'm expecting a lot from this new Magic Keyboard case. Probably more ports, I'm not sure. I'm super excited to see what happens on the second week of May for the iPad Pros. Again, OLED screens, new Magic keyboards. I want more storage, I'm not sure. The M3 chip, thinner bodies, better redesign, better cameras hopefully. So I'm very, very excited for that. And then, well, then there are the prices. Because according to rumors, these iPad Pros are getting more expensive. About $200–300 more expensive. That's a lot, since these iPad Pros already start at $1,100. So a $1,300, $1,400 iPad Pro could be a reality in less than 1 month. If you think these iPad Pros are too expensive, then Apple creates the iPad Air lineup. And according to rumors, this year, for the first time ever, Apple is going to launch 2 sizes for the iPad Air lineup. The normal 11-inch iPad Air or the 10.9-inch iPad Air, the current iPad Air that everyone knows and loves, and then a newer generation 12.9-inch iPad Air with the same design as the 12.9-inch iPad Pro from 2018. So the same camera placement, the same overall design. The differences is only going to be the 60Hz display present on the new generation iPad Air, not the 120Hz display, Pro motion capable display from the iPad Pro. So yes, if the only difference between the 12.9-inch iPad Air and the 12.9-inch iPad Pro from 2018 is going to be the 120Hz Pro motion display on the older model, why would you buy this $1,000 iPad Pro with 12.9 inches. Why would you? Why wouldn't you just simply spend $300, $400 on the almost brand new iPad Pro from 2018, use it for whatever you want, social media, scrolling through Safari, the Apple Pencil. This is still a very great device to do so. Why would you spend 2 times the price on an iPad Air without promotion technology? Maybe the M3 chip? I'm not sure. But these rumors are very certain that we are getting a new sized iPad Air. And if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense because Apple needs to differentiate the lineup of the iPad Air even more to make it more sense and to make it feel better when currently compared to the iPad Pro. Currently, the iPad Pro is the benchmark for all iPads and even tablets in the industry. But the iPad Air is falling behind. It still has the old design, still only has the M1 chip, and again, it's too expensive. It's too close to the 11-inch iPad Pro. Apple needs to make a difference in this lineup. Just like they make the MacBook Air lineup and the MacBook Pro lineup, and the MacBook Air big size, the 15-inch sized MacBook Air with the M3 chip, it's even cheaper than the current small-sized MacBook Pro. Apple needs to put this to the test. Apple needs to create a 12.9-inch iPad Air cheaper than the 11-inch iPad Pro. I'm not sure though. I think that this iPad Air 12.9 inch is getting very, very expensive unless Apple puts the prices of the 11-inch iPad Pro even higher. For that, I'm super excited to see what happens next month with the iPads. Currently, I'm not buying an iPad, and neither should you. These devices are outdated. These devices are about 1.5 years old. Currently, they are very, very outdated. They need definitely a new refresh for these devices. And especially, one of the reasons that Mark Gurman stated that these iPad Pros were actually delayed was iPadOS. iPadOS is a mess right now. You don't have any features that justify the extra hardware on these iPad Pros and the extra price tags. So we need better hardware and better software, more importantly. Better software on the iPad is urgent. We need more laptop features. We need more organization, more powerful apps, more software support in general for the iPad Pro. We need the iPad Pro to become even more pro than it is right now. Right now, it's a glorified Pro device with 120 Hz, not more than that. As for the iPad Air, well, the iPad Air currently is just too expensive, and if Apple can bring down the price tag on the base model iPad Air, the 11-inch iPad Air, and put a 12.9-inch iPad Air a bit upwards, but even cheaper than the 11-inch iPad Pro, I guess they can create a very competitive lineup on the iPad side. But what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think that the iPad Pro is going to be a banger? Do you think that this OLED display with a new Magic Keyboard is going to convince everyone that the iPad is a laptop replacement? Or do you think it's going to be a dud? Do you think that it's going to be a miss and Apple is wasting our time and energy? Let me know in the comments below what you think. While you're there, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. This has been Tech Summer talking to you here. Bye-bye.